Welcome everybody to our real estate investing short-term rental property tour. This is where an investor showcases their deal from beginning to end, the support they got, the steps they took, the thoughts, the sleepless nights, and even the cash flow. I'm joined by two of my illustrious team members and partners, Joey Styles, aka Ankles, aka Cousin Joey, and Jason Machinery, aka How. Joking. Anyway, welcome in, guys. Say hi, everybody.
He said how.
It's an inside joke. Sorry. Go ahead.
I guess I'll start, man. Yo, I am super not excited, and it's kind of surreal that Mr. Sorrell is here again. I remember last year around this time, he had just finished his two wholesales, and that's where he got that little nickname that we call inside nickname we call him Double Burger. And what's so cool is right now he's doing a different strategy today, and I hope that some people are inspired by this because it just goes to show. I remember when he started and he wasn't doing nothing. I mean, he didn't know much. Not saying he wasn't doing nothing, right? He just didn't know a lot about real estate. And for him to be on his, third successful deal where you're gonna see how much he's cash flowing and things like that, it's inspiring. And I hope it inspires some of the people that are here. And also, what you're going to see too, this strategy here, if you're struggling on getting started in real estate investing, this strategy here is one of the fastest ways to get going. So shout to you, Big Sam. Welcome back to the property tour game on your third property. And I can't wait to hear how you got this one done.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Welcome in. We got one more person on our panel, Big Jerry Ruffin from Detroit, the Detroit man is in here. Shout out to Big Jerry. Jason, you want to say anything words before we get started?
Yeah, real quick. I'm Jason, one of the investors part of the community. Sam laughed because he didn't like me when he got in here.
Yeah, I did not like it.
Oh, man.
That's my guy now, man. New York love is always here. I pushed him to the limit from day one, and now he's starting to realize why I was pushing him so much. Because everybody knows I'm their worst accountability partner. If you say you want to do something, I'm on you, like, because we're gonna get it done. And some people don't like to get pushed out of their comfort zone, right? And I'm definitely the person who make people very, very uncomfortable. So it's all good. It's love, trust me, at the end of the day. So yeah, like I remember when he first got started, he was quiet, right? He used to, one of the things he said was the muties, people who stayed on mute. He would come on the trainings and be quiet. And now the guy just starts talking and talking. And then he'll be like, wait a minute, did I answer your question? Because now he's gotten comfortable being hanging out with us so long. So to see his journey, how he's progressed, doing 2 deals in a month, it's crazy. Now him switching over to a totally new strategy. I know it's been a roller coaster for him. So let's get into it, man. I don't want to hold it up any longer. So let's get it started, man. Come on.
Without further ado, my guy, this is a guy I worked with years ago. We stayed in touch. He saw me on Instagram. He said, Ron, I'm gonna do that real estate thing. You doing that real estate thing, Ron? I'm gonna get involved in that. What's up with that? We had a talk, and now he's here. Shout out to my guy Sam for taking action. Big Sam Sorrell. Woo!
Thank you. Thank you for having me again. Appreciate it, y'all. Shout out to the team. Oh, my pops is here, by the way. The other Sorrell you see on there.
Yeah, I was shout out. That's why I said Mr. Sorrell. I had a feeling. I had a feeling it was dad. I was like, Mr. Sorrell, how are you?
Yeah, my pops is here. I think he missed last year, so it's cool to have him here for this one.
Bring up Chin, make Chin a co-host too.
I just saw him pop in. I just saw him pop.
Right. We ready. Let's get to it. So real quick about you, Sam, real quick, couple, your background, where you're at now.
My name is Samuel Sorrell, but everybody call me Sam or Sammy. That's for the people who grew up with me. And I'm from Far Rockaway, Queens. I am a special education special education teacher, and I teach physical education. But currently, right now, I am mostly doing investing, and also that I got into real estate investing in 2021. And it started off really, really slow and boring, and this is not moving fast enough. And why are you asking me so many questions? And I had to take my time to, get on uh get the education and plug in. And now here I am. Last year I closed my first two deals inside of a month. That was pretty cool with the help of my community members. And now this year, same time again, I'm back with a new strategy, which is short-term rentals. Some of you guys know it as Airbnb. And um and that's also with the education and with the help of my community members. Shout out to my man Chin. Um he made this possible. So I'm not sure where you guys want me to start, or you guys gonna ask questions, but
We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get right into it. So again, you can follow Sam in his journey. Again, it's a real people, real investors, people you could talk to and meet. Instagram, you can even DM them, talk to them about deals. This is our community. This is Big Sam right here. Before I get started, I'm talking about this disclaimer really quickly. The following example is made where money is made by applying real estate investing education, strategies, support. Again, this is just an example, not saying you will guarantee any results, but again, it's an opportunity. And every deal as unique as real estate itself. And with that being said, Sam, tell us how you found this deal. How'd you find this beauty? It looks amazing.
So that's a great question. So I actually found this because of one of our community members who's already experienced and seasoned with STRs, short-term rentals, and he actually had a deal where he wanted to know if anybody was interested in starting an STR. It was originally for Texas, but then for one reason or another, we couldn't do Texas. I'll talk about that later. And he said, "Listen, I got a better deal for you, and it will be in Georgia, and you could do it right alongside of me." And I went over the numbers with my team, and this was something that was within our budget, and we made the deal. Oh, well, we didn't just make the deal right away. Also, we had someone go look at the property for us too as well to see, if this was the investment that we wanted to make. So, and she's actually here today. So her name is it says Miss Black, but shout out to Tanasia. She's one of my childhood friends that I grew up with in Far Rockaway, and she lives down in Georgia. And this is her video uh when I wasn't able to go to Georgia to see the property. She went to go see the property for me and kind of give me, the layout of the property. It's a new, as you can see in the background, it's a,
Oh, let me see if I get it full screen. Hold on.
okay.
Yeah, I see it now, full screen?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So over here is a new build construction area. This is a newly built home. So, I wasn't able to go there at the time, and that's one of the things that we learned here is that even if you can't go see the property yourself, you could ask, somebody in your family or a friend or someone you have great rapport with, listen, I need you to go check this out for me real quick or whatever the case may be. And that's how we got that first part of it done. And there was and the funny thing is, I had so many other people I could have called. And man, when I called her and I asked her, I was like, she drove over an hour, by the way. So it wasn't an easy ask, and I greatly appreciate that. Like that helped us out so much because she didn't just go see my property. for the people on here who saw JC's property tour, she went and checked out JC's property as well too. So JC, Chinadu, and myself, we were able to share resources, which was pretty cool. So again, shout out to my girl Tanasia. She held it down for us um and looked at both properties for us, just in case, just to make sure you know, if anything needs to be fixed, any issues that need to be addressed with the property, she definitely let us know before we got there. And then of course when we got there as well, we also had our own issues that we needed to get addressed as well too, such as that fan right there. That fan right there. We had to address that. So, but yeah, this is how the place looked before we furnished it.
Was there anything you were looking for in particular, or are you just trying to check it out?
Not anything I was looking for in particular, but working with Chinadu, he was just like, just look for any leaky faucets, any doorknobs that need to be tightened. When we actually went in there and we started putting furniture in there, we found out that, all right, maybe we don't need that ceiling fan, so we could get that removed, but we had to, get permission for that. I don't know, any cracks in the foundation, which I didn't think there was gonna be any, only because it's a new build, and they did a pretty good job. There wasn't much. Some of the blinds were broken. They replaced that. Um, they removed one of the ceiling fans, and there wasn't much that we could have said, but we did make them a list for the things that needed to be addressed. We did make them a list, and not the property management team was wonderful with accommodating us as well. And the owner actually came. We actually got to meet the owner, and he came to personally address some of the issues as well too. So that was cool.
All right, so let's take a look. So you went down there, and this is the result. Pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I did some of that painting right there, by the way.
The blue or the white?
The blue.
Okay.
Blue. Yeah, some of it. I had a
Sam is fine. All right, guys. If you need a new painter, Sam is available.
Yeah, the painting came out pretty dope. Painting came out pretty dope. Yeah, so this is the kitchen dining area, as you can see. To the left of you, that's the first master bedroom. That also has a pack and play in there. Man, I learned a lot about detail. I'm not a big designer, so I didn't do the designing in my property. I had a design team for that, so shout out to them. But I learned about a lot about certain details and features too as well when you're accommodating guests. So while those chairs are great, those are not the best bar stool chairs right there, but they look really good though. I'm very impressed by them. Should know why I'm saying that too. If anybody wants to ask me later, I'll explain why.
You know, I want to ask them
Yeah.
later. For sure.
Yeah.
Looks clean, man. Looks nice size, spacious.
Yeah, we spread games throughout because we didn't follow Chin's design setup exactly, so I didn't make a game room, kind of like spread games throughout the house. However, uh we're able to sleep the same amount of people, which is 12. Got some workout equipment over there. Yeah, the barbells are coming. We only got 2, and there was something wrong with the delivery, but yeah, we're gonna fix that picture.
All right, so Jason won't stay there then. Jason's
Yeah.
not gonna stay here. And them barbells.
Yeah, I know. Jay's gonna be like, "Yo, I'm out." But in Chin spot, you got a bike, so he could pick either one. It don't matter. So, real quick, stay on this picture right here.
Mhm.
So, This is the first master bedroom downstairs. That chair that you see there at the dedicated workspace, that is our second chair. And the reason why that is our second chair is because the first chair we had, I decided to test it out. But on the education, I forgot his name, Randall, the young guy in the education when I was watching for short-term rental, he said, test out, you got to test out some of the things that you put in the STR to make sure, you bought something that's either durable, that that's gonna last a long time, but also that you could clean easily. So we had another chair and I sat in it and I was just like, oh, this is a nice chair. Let me lean back. Lean back a couple of times, crack, broke it. And that was right before we was about to leave. Like right at the end of setup.
Oh my God.
Like I think the cleaners had just finished cleaning the whole place. It was looking fresh. It was looking nice in there. And I sat in the chair and I started rocking back and forth and I broke the chair. So,
I have a
I was like,
question. What
all
is
right,
this?
cool. All right, cool. Oh, so that right there is actually mini basketballs that we have a basketball hoop in that room that's on the bathroom door. So
Pretty
that's for
cool.
the kids to play with. That's actually a toilet tissue holder, but I couldn't find a basket to like hold all the basketballs until I found that. And I was just like, yo, you know what? I'll put the basketballs in here. And we got toilet tissue stored in the storage closet, so we didn't need that toilet tissue holder. I just used it to put the basketballs in there. But yeah, I broke that chair, man. um, this is all right, so I didn't know about this. So I didn't know about Jack and Jill rooms. Does anybody else know about it? Because I didn't know nothing about
Put a
Jack.
Y in the chat or put a Y if you know what a Jack and Jill is, or put an N if you don't. That's a good question. Jack and Jill.
Okay, see, I didn't know anything about a Jack and a Jill room because the thing with a Jack and Jill room for the people who don't, damn, everybody knows. I don't have to explain it then. Forget it. But there might be one or two people. I don't think my father knows, but I'll tell my dad.
Matt Johnson doesn't know. Greg doesn't know. What's up,
Okay.
Greg? What's up, Greg?
So Jack and the Jill room is they share it's like a split bathroom. One bathroom will have the sink, and then it's like a shared like corridor, like it's like connected. So you'll have one side that have the sink, and then you'll walk, and then you guys share the shower, and then the other side will have the toilet, and they also have a sink. But one of the sides don't have a sink at all. It's kind of like divvied up. The toilet and the tub is in one area, and then either rooms that are sharing that one tub or that one shower, they have a sink as well too. So this is the Jill room.
Okay.
So this is another master bedroom. This is our second king bed, and this is also a fold down futon that you can sleep on. And this is your Jack room,
Okay.
as well. So and these are the bathrooms that are connected that you just saw earlier.
Nice. Nice. Dude, you did
Yeah,
a great
so
job.
it's three. Yeah, so we have 3.5 bathrooms. I didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
I'm sorry, no, that's all good. Dude, you did a great job. Very lot
Yeah.
of detail.
Yeah,
Nice.
this feature, I wasn't even for this. This is a chalk wall that we had to go get paint and then paint the chalk paint onto the wall, and guests could draw their art. I know there's a lot of people who love to do art, so they have chalk and the capability to, make their mark before they leave, staying up after their stay. So yeah, that's pretty cool right there. It came out great, way better than I thought because I wasn't with it. But I'm glad we did it. I'm glad we did it. Oh, and of course we got the University of Georgia logos all over the place because the school is right there. I thought we was behind the football stadium. We behind a big stadium, and I thought it was a football stadium. It's the softball stadium. So I don't even want to know what the football stadium look like. And that softball stadium is humongous.
All right. Lead right to the video. Okay, good. You can keep talking us through it. I'm going to show the video of the finished product. Again, if you have questions, put them in the chat. Let me see if I can share full screen. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Let me go full screen. Can you guys see it now, full screen?
Yep.
Okay,
So
cool.
we got outside seating. As you can see, we got a grill. Um, the grilling utensils are inside. We labeled the cabinets, but on the inside. So when you guys see the kitchen area, I don't know if it's in the video. I don't think so. But when you open up the cabinets, you know where everything goes because I put labels inside instead of outside. I think in Chin's place, he got them on the outside. But this is the parking area. I don't know if you remember in the first video, but this house wasn't even built. So you got this little parking area right here. Good enough for 2 cars. Decent space. You come back in, you got a shoe rack, you got the laundry room right here. Washer and dryer. I got the baby chair. The pack and play was in there too, and I also got a baby stroller as well too. But that came a little bit later on, just in case anybody come with kids. Fully stocked kitchen with all the utensils in there. I got a whole bunch of games over there you could play. That's the half bathroom right here as well. Makeup towels for the ladies. And this is the first master bedroom. That chair is okay now. Y'all can sit in that chair. Got a cot right there that's in there for extra for somebody who they don't have to sleep on the floor. They could actually sleep on that cot. But we put a extra cot in there as well. And there go the basketballs. Uh, there you go with the chalkboard wall, bunk bed. So if you pause right here, I don't know if you're gonna get that ceiling, but up above, we both in both units, JC and our units, to avoid any accidents, we had that ceiling fan removed, but I don't think it's in the video. And we just replaced it with a light fixture. And we
I
did
don't
talk
think
to the owner about this. So these are some of the things that you could have done when you're doing your STR. Um, and these are, I guess you also want to make sure that, you let them know ahead of time as well. We added some workout stuff in there. That was inspired by Trinidad because we didn't have any workout stuff at all. He had a bike in there. I was just like, man, my people are not going to work out. So we got some things. This is the jack room, luggage holder. We got an iron for you. Put some games in there as well. And pretty cool clock. Uh, and this is the bathroom I was telling you about. That's a closet right there, so it's really nothing to see, but I think this is pretty cool. I didn't know about this for before, so yeah, you share a bathroom. Did the painting in there too? Some of that painting. My brother did that too. Um, yeah,
I like the couch in that room. It's nice.
thank you.
Nice touch. Nice.
That's my design team right there. That's not me. They did all of that. Make sure you have some extra towels for your guests as well. So
Put your questions in the chat. I mean, I think it looks great. I think you did a great job. I mean, good painting. Nice painting. I go detail on the painting later. Just joking.
Good
Great.
stuff, man. Looking good.
thank you.
Looking good.
All right, clear the walkthrough. We did that already. Let's go to the next slide. The knowledge. Tell us about the knowledge you learned to do this, right?
So the knowledge, like I said before, I was watching the short-term rental classes from the education that I have. I also did the essentials like real estate foundations, the red flags. Um,
Oh, sorry.
but the main thing I was doing is I was watching these classes right here, especially number 5. And then I was calling Chinadu. And then Chinadu was like, I don't know that guy. I watched Jay Massey. So and then after I did this education, Chinadu did a workshop last year in October. And I think that's where the big push came from, because it was that workshop that made me say, all right, I want to take action. Because I think in that workshop he also said, I want I want at least I want somebody to at least be able to get their first short-term rental before the year is over. And I'm happy to say, myself and JC, we were part of that 1%. So I was it was a trip. It was kind of scary, but just had to roll with it. And
You did it, man. You did
yeah,
it.
and I just kept doing it. The only reason why I put wholesaling as well in here is because this was a wholesaling deal for Chinadu as well. Uh so and also I also put wholesaling in here as well because of last year. Um Last year I did wholesaling, and I got this real estate hacking course, and I got the short-term rental course um in what's called the AIT, and I was able to complete both um both strategies. So I did short-term rental, and now I've done STR, and I'm just like, wow, I completed my AIT courses. And I think maybe down the line I might want to do a flip. I'm thinking
Oh,
flip. But for
oh,
now, I could say, if anybody knows what I mean by AIT, it's what we have in our education when you decide you want to pick a strategy that you want to do. And my strategy was real estate hacking, which I chose to do wholesaling, and I completed that. And then my second AIT strategy was short-term rentals, and I completed that. So that's why I have wholesale in there.
nice, nice, nice. So, for those who want to know, this is the advanced right here. The essentials is $400. He talked about it, and then the AIT advanced you can choose to. That is $1,200, which we did to start the two paths. He said, as far as real estate hacking and short-term rentals. My slide slipped, so haven't. Anyway, questions. What questions you have? What questions you guys have?
Oh man. So we're gonna be asking questions in terms of like before we get to the numbers, right? Or before we get to that. You know what? You know a question I got really quick. Did you paint that chalkboard?
Yes, yes. We went to, yo, that was a long day, but we went to Home Depot, and we already knew the colors that we wanted. And then we asked for the chalkboard paint. I believe that's how she said it, because I didn't know about it. My design person, Taina, she knew about this, and she bought it from Home Depot, and then I helped her paint that. But she painted most of that chalkboard wall. I was painting another bathroom. But yeah, we did that.
Yeah, that's nice. Let me get that. That was cool. Home Depot chalkboard.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah, chalkboard paint.
that's nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Oh yeah, we was up. Yo, we was up late. We was up late that night painting. That was a 2-day thing, by the way.
Okay. What question we're gonna ask him? We're gonna ask him how much was the setup. What we're gonna ask, guys. What do you think we're gonna ask?
I think the setup really, like that setup is so cool. Like, and he keeps talking about his design team and like how much did you invest in setting it up? And I mean that would include your time too, because you said you went down there and paint. So, what was that time worth?
So
Before you answer, I think we got
No,
one
no,
more
no.
question.
Okay. We gotta ask the team though. We don't have, we
Yeah,
have to
we're gonna ask the team.
we gotta
Yeah,
ask the audience. What do
yeah.
you guys think? We're gonna ask about the setup. We're gonna ask about the cash flow. Which one to ask first? Jay, Joe.
Setup. You got it on the board.
Setup.
People
All
in
right.
the
How much,
chat.
put in the chat how
You
much
can
you
let
think
us
the
know.
setup was.
Everybody here, throw your investor hats on. You're about to get into a short-term rental.
Show them the pictures again.
Yeah, go back to them pictures.
Those
And
pictures are
everybody
nice.
wants you to throw in the chat. Let us know. What do you think the amount of money it costs to furnish this property? It's a 4-bed, 3.5 bath.
Mm-hmm.
4 beds, 3.5 bath. How much you think it costs to furnish a house to look like this? So the lowest number we got is 5K. I saw a 20K. How much you think it costs to furnish this house? Chin said 20. Ms. Royalty says 5. What up, Kim? Big Toss says 25. Jackie says 25, and I'm saying 25K.
Yeah, I see 18.
JC says 23K. Kiki says 20 to 25K.
I see a 30. Renee said 30. Highest?
Jack says, Joey says 25. Jack said 20. Man, Heather said 20. Damn. Okay, Edward says 18K. Alvin's got 20. Damn, it wasn't a 20. Renee said 30K. Lauren hit him with a smooth 11K. She's like, nah, not even 10, not 15, 11. I do this.
So 5K to 30?
5K to 30. 10K from Yolanda. No, Ms. Black. Sorry. Yolanda said 20K. Big Greg. What up, Greg? Greg said 10K. Bobby's at 25. Dana. My girl Dana's here. 15K. Uh-oh. Kim is cheating. She's changing her numbers.
Oh, Kim, come on.
Now she's at 10K. Phil says 7K. Woo, we getting a lot of answers. Vincent says 15 to 18. Chanel says 28K. Gina says 10K. Yeah, I think you're right. 5K to 30K is your swing. That sounds like the swing.
Wow, that's a big swing. Okay. What's the next question?
What do y'all think?
What else does somebody want to know?
Cash flow.
You
What
know
goes
they
with
want to
that?
know about the cash flow, man.
There he goes.
Cash flow?
You
All
think
right.
so?
What do y'all think the cash flow is? Okay,
Well,
Lauren
Lauren
says
said cash
there
flow
it is.
monthly.
What is the monthly cash flow? What do y'all think the monthly cash flow is?
What's up, Big Chin?
And please, everyone, keep throwing your questions in your chat. We got plenty of time. We're gonna have a nice Q&A session.
Lauren said, what was
Ask
this?
all your questions. We're gonna answer them all. So whatever question you got. For right now, what do you think is the cash flow? 3K to 5K. Hold up. So let me clarify.
No ranges.
Let me clarify real quick. When I'm saying cash flow, I don't mean the rental income, right? I mean income minus all of his monthly expenses is cash flow. So what do you think this cash flow is? So after somebody pays the rent, and then after all his monthly expenses, what do you think the cash flow is? So let me just clarify that. Some people get mixed up with cash flow as opposed to income.
Okay, so I'm seeing 750. 750 is the lowest. What else we got? The highest is
People like 35. Jackie said 3,500 cash flow. 1,500 cash flow from Alexis. I
Jackie
believe.
playing games.
Kiki says 800 cash flow. Yep, so you're right. I think 750 is the lowest so far from Yolanda. Dana's up at 4 bands. Whoa, 4K cash.
bands.
Edward says 2,500. Phil said 2,500. Jackie's up at 3,500. Heather says 2,500. Oh my God. Lisa said 1,500 weekly. So she's saying
Oh,
bands a
now
month.
6 bands.
Woo! 6
Oh.
bands cash.
Let me erase that. Hold on.
Joey says 1,200 a month. So 6 band looks like the highest so far. Renee says 1,500 a month. Greg says 2 grand a month. Oh, got another good question. We'll get to that one. Chanel says $2,200 a month. Wow. If you're getting 6 kids, then I'm a high.
yo.
That's 6 grand a month cash flow.
We all be there. We all be in there.
Let me
It
get that.
happens right now.
All right. We got that. And then the last question. One more.
One more. What's the question?
You know,
How
what?
long?
No, I'm curious now, because if they think that's his cash flow, what do you think his rental income is? Like, how much is he bringing in every month? What do you think the income is?
Revenue?
What's the rental income? Because if they think he's making 6 grand, I'm curious to hear what do they feel he can make a month on this property.
Yeah, so that would be gross, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is the rental income, that net amount? So Kep says 5,500. What up, Big Kep?
Yo, Chin,
Todd
that's
said
facts,
8
bro.
grand.
50, oh, so 3,500 or 5,500?
Oh, Phil said 3,500. Kep said 5,500. Sorry. Todd said 8 grand. Heather said 8. Oh, 6, sorry.
Does everybody understand the difference between revenue and cash flow? Make sure we clear
Yeah,
on
that's
that.
important to know. Dana says 70.
No.
Chanel says 8,500. Lisa says 6K net monthly. Hold on. Didn't she say that's the cash flow?
The net is different from
Yeah, I don't think, yeah.
P&C.
So what's the income? Without expenses, that's your rental income. And cash flow, when you say net, it's like, after your expenses.
We got, let's see, so 75. So I think 8K is the high, right? 8.
He's like, we typing, give me a break. I got you. My bad.
Sorry, Lisa. Sorry.
Give me a break. Cut me some slack. I don't type that fast. I don't either, so I'm sorry. All right, I think you got it, bro. Looks like
8. Okay.
I believe, yeah. All right.
Big ranges, 35. So how much was the setup? 5K to 30,000, $25,000 range.
Let's see who comes in closest.
All right, 750, 860. All right, let's get it going. Let's see.
Here's the numbers, y'all. Drum roll.
Ooh. Drum roll, please. All right, Sam, let's go. Go through all the numbers. Let's go.
So security deposit, we didn't have any. The furniture. So real quick, there's some things that I'm about to explain to you that you're not gonna see, and this is the dope part. I didn't think this was gonna be this fun, but so the furniture where it says 2,400, that's actually my entire startup cost, which is including travel, food, whatever the case may be. But to actually furnish the property, that was 17K.
Oh, okay.
All right. So that, but remember, my startup cost includes me flying down there, me coming back home, me eating, gas for the rental. There was other things I had to pay for down there, things to return. So, that all factors into it. All right. So, but I believe that we did stay under this budget or stay right around this budget. So that was pretty cool to do as well too. This is one of the reasons why I chose to do it here in Georgia, because I knew the startup course was going to be around here. All right. Lease payment. So real quick, so our lease started in February. February, I paid half month, so I only paid $1,000. This month of March, we had no rent at all, and that was part of our lease agreement. And then starting next month in April, I'll be paying $2,000 rent until August, and then after August, the lease payment takes a small bump up to 2,400, and that's what I'll be paying. Utilities and internet, $500, same numbers as I got pretty much the same deal as JC. So, and we're sharing resources using the same service providers. So my utilities and internet are around 500, maintenance and operation 1,200. My total expenses for the month is 2,700, give or take. The monthly income is $4,300 and the estimated cash flow is 600. I want to explain that this cash flow, I have a team of people, and this cash flow, for some people are like, oh, $600, that's cute, that's whatever. And I will say that this $600, my team and I, we won't be touching this cash flow. We plan on reinvesting and getting at least, right now we have one, so 3 more properties, or depending on what the revenue dictates, before we start paying ourselves. And we got some homework assignments for our team as far as building our business credit, getting ready to have those things in place, because my team and I, we funded this deal from our own pockets. Everyone on my team, we put our money in together. And the coolest thing about this deal is 2 of the people that were part of my success last year are with me on this deal. My guy Jason, who helped fund, not this Jason, he's my guy too, but my childhood friend that I grew up with, he who helped me further my education in real estate investing, he's in on this STR with me. My seller from last year, the person who I did the wholesales for. I sold both her properties. She's in on this deal. And Jason's sister, she's part of this deal as well too. And we're growing together, we're learning. There's a lot of moving pieces in this, but I'm proud to say that when I first got here, that was one of the first things they told me. Oh, you probably gonna get your first deal from someone in your warm market. And I didn't know what warm market was at the time, but warm market, for those of you who don't know, those are the people in your circle, your family, your friends, the people that you communicate with on a daily basis, people that you have very good rapport with. That's where you're gonna find most of your deals. And I didn't take that lightly, and I didn't take it for granted. And and um and I was able to to do that as well. So we we're just right now we're just working on operations. And I'll say that I think the most challenging part, well, the last year I was, in the field going back and forth. And this year, I think the most field work I had was setting up this STR, which was fun. But then now it's the what do we call that again? We are in the service industry. And I'm learning how to understand and deal with customer service a whole lot better. I'm not good at it yet, but we're gonna get there.
So put this in perspective, like Chinadu said, this is kind of modest. Check out the screen. You see what you posted the other
Very, very modest, my man. Very, very
day?
modest.
Wait, that's what I gave you, Chen?
Nah, this is not for me.
Oh, okay.
The May ones was way better than this.
Yeah. Well,
This is just an example. Go ahead, Sam.
yeah, this is definitely just an example. Some things that you guys don't see about this deal that's really, really dope also is that, so I'm directly across the street from Chinadu. And so far, Chinadu has thrown me about, I think, 2, maybe 3 bookings. And also my cleaner, who is a STR operator, he actually threw me a booking for the beginning of April.
Mm.
I'd even have to go looking for, or just waiting for somebody to book. I have 2 other STR operators that are like, all right, I don't have space to hold this guest. You want to take him? And I got booked right away. Like the minute, like I thought take my time and put it up. Chin was like, nah, put it up now. And I put it up, and the first day I put it up, while I'm trying to, get everything situated, somebody booked. Boom. And I was just like, damn. I was just like, I'm not even done, with the doing the pricing, because I was learning about that and connecting the calendars to the channel manager. It's a whole bunch of stuff you got to do. And I'm just like, I'm not gonna lie to you, when I got back, I was just like, yo, this is a lot of work. What did I do? And then he
Nice.
kept saying, yo, you got a team. There's stuff that you should be doing, and then there's stuff your team got to do. I think the last time he got frustrated with me, he was like, yo, stop doing that work. You're not supposed to be doing that. You gotta, you the CEO. That's all I heard in my head after that. I was like, all I hear is that you the CEO, bro.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
we got to do that, but here's something that I don't know if JC is still here, but I don't think JC got to share this with you guys, but it's really dope that we got to do this. Is so because Chin and JC have their property right across the street from mine. What we did was we combined the listing and made it one listing. So one thing the numbers is not gonna show you is we combined our listing. JC could sleep 12 people. I could sleep 12 people. We just combined the listing where now we are probably the only STR listing in Athens that could sleep 24 people, and we could charge, how do we call that, Chin? Prime, a prime rate, so to speak, because we can accommodate a large group. And I don't think anyone else in Athens has that big of a listing. So I'm real excited to see how this plays out come football season, because May is a big season, and we already got paid for May. And for 3 days, I got paid close to 4 bands for 3 nights, and that's for just graduation. So it was cool that we were able to do that strategy, because we didn't even know, we didn't even have that in mind when Chen said, yo, look, come to Georgia and we'll do it side by side together. And we share the same cleaner, we share the same handyman. And now, like, we share the same calendar as far as our premium, and we kind of cornered the market for a little bit. Maybe nobody will catch on and try and do the same thing that we're doing. But the fact that, like, we now join forces is just like, whew, I can't wait to see how that turns out, because you got two separate listings and then you got one whole listing. So let's just say you got somebody going down there for like a family reunion, and they need two properties and two Airbnbs that's right across the street from each other. And Chin's place is great, man. Like, Chin and JC's place is dope. And then you have my property as well too, which is very, very nice, very clean inside, and great for guests. So um I don't know.
All
You
right.
guys have any questions?
Yeah. We get to the question. You can follow again. You can follow Sam. He's like, see how passionate, excited. I didn't want to cut him off. How passionate, excited he is about this. Follow Sam on Instagram. You can follow Joe Styles, Bartender J. My guy Jerry is also here. Big Chinadu is here as well. Shout out to Big Chinadu, relationship
Yeah,
rich.
that's Chin, everybody. That's the young gun from Queens, man.
That's the relationship rich guy. 10 plus short-term rentals, I think. And again, you guys have questions for Sam?
Yo, I just want. Let me see that picture with Chin in the chair.
Oh God.
Let me see that picture.
Oh my God. We're gonna go to that? That's what we're gonna do?
I just want a picture like that with the light shining on me, and I gotta recreate that picture, bro. I just want one of those. My first question is, Ron, how can I get a picture like
Well,
that?
send me a picture with you in the chair. We got you. I got you.
All right, bet. I got that. Thank you. So, Sam, I know everybody's asking questions, and they're gonna put their questions in the chat, I'm sure. And there's a lot of questions right now. So one of the questions I have, just to set it off, is like, what do you feel gives you the confidence to take action the way that you have in the past, bro? Because it's like a lot of in contrast, there's a lot of people who get stuck in, damn, I don't know if I could do it, I can't do it, or get into their first deal. Like, what do you feel is that thing that gave you that push to just finally just go ahead and now you're 3 deals later?
Oh, that's a great question. I want to say, uh, it's the experience and me coming here and then me trying to do my own thing, trying to go fast. When I first got here, I was just like, man, all I'm thinking about is the money, and I thought that's what I wanted. So, I tried to go fast. I would come here, watch, pay attention, watch the education, be like, oh man, the education is boring. Okay. And then I had somebody I was working with, a family member, who he was doing real estate as well too. And he wasn't connected the way I'm connected with this community. And uh I started paying more attention to what he was doing, but then what I was learning from the community wasn't adding up. It wasn't matching up. A lot of things weren't adding up and matching up. I'm like, the community is doing it this way, and you going against the grain, bro. And I at first I thought it was just like, I'm not sure. And then after that, coming here more, starting to plug in here more, I started seeing and I started understanding. And then a couple of different situations happened. One in particular, a lender was talking to this family member, and the lender was not happy with him. And all I could remember is like, I'm like, man, a lender knows your name? And he knows you by name, and he doesn't want to work with you? I was like, yo, I don't want that type of rapport, man, or that type of reputation either. Cause he didn't see your face, he saw your name on a check. And he immediately got upset. And I didn't see dude either. He was talking on the phone. He was like, who is this? And I was just like, oh man, I'm going back to the community. I don't need to be outside. Let me stay indoors with this community and keep learning. Cause I was like, yo, I don't really know the real estate investing terrain. And the one thing I don't want to do is put a spotlight on myself, a negative spotlight on myself. So I just kept coming here and I just kept paying attention. A lot of the times I didn't say anything because I didn't know anything. And I didn't want to sound stupid or feel like I'm asking a stupid question, even though you shouldn't feel like that because there are no stupid questions here. No, nobody here ever made me feel stupid. I'm just letting you know from the inside, this is what I'm thinking. Because I was just like, everybody seems seasoned. Everybody looks breaded here. I didn't, a lot of the people here, I'd even meet personally or in person or face to face. So, just being here, uh, consistent, and uh, it's not until last year when we was working on our deal, is I was like, oh man, I remember this from the education. I didn't even I I didn't really go into the education that much, but every time something happened, I was just like, oh yeah, I remember that from this class. I remember this from that class. And the escrow sheet was clutch. And that was a community member. That wasn't even me. That was a community member that was just like, yo, check this. You could be leaving some money on the table. And that's when I was just like, yeah, I'm here for good. Because the one thing I learned being here is I don't, the money is all right, yeah, it's cool, but I want my time. I want my time back so I could do what I want to do. And then uh not being it also made me think, all right, you know what? I don't have to go, oh, I want this amount of money in one shot. I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna do good business. I want repeat customers or repeat clients. And guess what? I might not get um all of the money on the table, but I want to make sure that whoever I'm working with, we don't leave any money on the table. You know, so that means you walk away happy and I walk away happy. And it's about whoever I'm working with first, and then you know whatever's for me, I'm gonna get that. So I that's how I see it. That's I guess my philosophy for me to stay blessed. So yeah,
There you
hopefully
go.
I answered your question.
You did. You did, bro. You did for sure. You got you say you got the confidence from coming and being consistent, tapping into the community as much as possible, and noticing the contrast of things that didn't work from other people and what was working over here. So I got it.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Back to
Nah, no
you.
problem. No problem.
All right. Yeah, everyone, just throw your question in the chat. We're gonna start the Q&A session. We got a good 30 minutes, plenty of time. Chin, did you wanna come out and ask your stuff?
Chin wrote something in the chat too, just in case he forgot. He threw it in there as well.
Oh, he did ask a question in the chat. I
He
did.
did, but he could come out like you said, like you asked him. But I know he put something in the chat. I don't know if he was doing something.
All right, we keep moving. Ron, you had something?
No, give it to the people. Give it to the
All
people.
right, I'm with you, bro.
I could text Sam all day.
No problem. All right. So, my guests, team members, this is your time. All right. So fill up that chat with as many questions you got. I'm gonna probably click on a few people to let you randomly come on out and ask your question if you want to ask it live and direct. All good. But yeah, let's get into it. So I'm scrolling up. And so I'm starting from the top. So, all right. So one of the questions I have here is, are you getting any customers from the NCAA basketball tournament?
Oh no, I don't think that's in Georgia this year. And if it is, if it's anywhere near Athens, then hopefully so. But I don't think that's it's more football over there than
I think I went
the
to Georgia. I think this round is actually, I think in Atlanta, I believe.
Oh, it's in Atlanta. All right, so
That's
where
farther.
I oh yeah, sorry, Jay, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I think that's farther from where you at.
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. So look, when we went down there, this is about setup. So when we went down there, I kept asking Chin, I'm like, yo, when we gonna book these flights? They're like, yeah, I usually don't book until like a week before, whatever. I'm like, damn, man, like I want to get prepared now. I don't want to have to do some last minute stuff, but whatever. Everything worked out. But one of the things I found out is Chin went to go book his flights. I'm booking my flight. I'm like, it's no airport near the house. And Chen was like, yeah, there is. And there was, but it's a private airport. They don't take commercial flights. So we had to land in Atlanta and then rent a car and then drive an hour and a half to where the property is. And it wasn't a bad drive. I thought it was gonna be horrible. I'm like, hour and a half after a 2 hour flight. Like, I don't want to do that. But it turned out to be okay.
Okay, cool. Big Kep is here. He wants to know, if you go over real quick again, I guess he might have missed it. How was it acquired?
Chenadu, he had two properties that he was acquiring in Georgia that he was working on that his team found. And he actually offered me a spot in Texas, but the startup cost was too high for Texas. And then the opportunity to do this alongside of Chenadu and share resources uh was more promising than what I was having to do in Texas. Not that Texas was bad. It had its own perks. Like I wish I got to do both actually, but in understanding how this STR business works, I acquired it on through Chenadu, and and then after that we just kind of planned it together. But I did do my market research when he gave me the numbers. I did my market research. I checked the comps. I looked over the numbers, and my numbers landed in the same ballpark as what Chin had as well too. That's my guy right there.
Yo, can I get a follow-up question on that one?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Boss.
Yo, afternoon, y'all. Question, right? So you're not the only person. Matter of fact, you're not even the first person who saw me post that deal, right? So what made you move on this so quickly, and what gave you the confidence to do that? Because a lot of people did hit me up, but you made it to the end. So what was your thought process and process behind that?
Good question.
Yeah, that is a good question. So right after, so I remember I was already in my education. I was doing the short-term rental classes, and then Chen did the workshop. And I took all the notes from his workshop because his workshop was more uh his workshop appeared to be more advanced than what I was getting from the classes, and it was really great knowledge. And I just got started right away on doing my market research to try and find the best sub-market to do a short-term rental out of. And I was like calling and texting this guy like damn near every day, like, yo, look, is this right? Is this right? Like, and he kept telling me you on the right track, but every time I called him, he was like, oh, did you do this? And I'd be like, damn, I forgot to do it. So I was doing my own research, and then one morning when I woke up, I saw it there. I was just like, oh, he trying to bait somebody. I was just like, well, I already started doing the work. And I said, yo, if you think about it for too long, you're not gonna do it. So I was just like, all right, yo, and I just answered him. And it was for Texas, and I was ready to move on Texas. I spoke to the guy and everything, and over the phone, and we had a verbal agreement that I would get started January 6th. But then with talking with my team and then talking with Chen, we had to pivot, and we pivot from San Antonio, Texas to Athens, Georgia, and I was able to work alongside another team member, and it was just like taking an exam and copying his answers. Really, don't get me wrong. Like I did do legwork, but when we got down there, it was like taking an exam and copying the answers from Chen, and the cohesiveness turned out to be pretty cool because we hit some challenges and we was able to work it out.
All right. Cool. I got a question. Alexis, I like her question. If you can come off of mute, can you talk? Alexis, calling you to the stage. Alexis, can you talk? Asking her to unmute. No, guess not. All right, I'm gonna ask her a question. She asked a good question. So she's like, so with the essentials training, would you say that's enough information to start in short-term rentals just by having only the essentials?
Um, I'm gonna be honest with you, no. No, I think that with the essentials, you'll understand the basics of how to analyze a deal for a short-term rental, how to negotiate on one, how to identify red flags. Um, you could learn about the credit. You could learn about the tax and legal when you have to open up your entity, but there's a lot more details and knowledge and education that goes specifically into the short-term rental space. So I would tell you that it's not enough. That's not enough for you to do. I wish I could tell you it's enough, but not the case. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I wish I could tell you that, bro. Look, listen, just from that question, I could feel your energy. You want to get to the chicken. I hear you. I hear you, and I feel you. I was on that type of time too. Like, yo, how do we get to this, man? Because I don't want to do all of that. But guess what? I don't care what corner you turn, that work is waiting for you. And what I would say I'm gonna tell you what was said to me, and you're gonna be like, embrace it. Embrace that word, because you're gonna need it for your business. Cause look, in the community, I'll tell you right here, it's a lot of love here, but outside of the community, it's a lot of sharks. And I think you need to know I think you need to know what the love is before you go back out there with them sharks again. Cause if you're not with us in this community, or you're not part of a community, or you don't have a team, then you're kind of on an island by yourself, and that's tough. So, but yeah, to answer your question, no, that's not enough. You're gonna need a little bit more than that. All right,
All right. So we
but
got
you
to
can
go
have help
to
though.
rapid fire faster with the answers.
Yeah, my
We
bad.
got like 15 minutes.
All right, my bad, Jay.
It's a
Let
lot
him
of
cook,
questions.
yo.
Nah, it's a
Let him
lot of
cook with
Nah,
questions.
it's a
them
lot of
answers,
questions. My
man.
bad, my bad. I get
Let's,
along with.
let's knock out some of them. So,
All right, come on, let's go.
how long is your lease agreement?
For about 2 years. It ends in 2027.
All right. We answered those. We answered that. Okay. Awesome. Kat wants to know, well, we pretty much answered. Was it fully furnished, or were there any items already in there?
Only thing that was in there kept was the fridge. Oh, the fridge wasn't even there yet. They put the fridge right before we got there. So the fridge and the microwave and stuff, and nah, we put everything else in there. Everything else. I put and on the outside too, bro.
All right. Dana, it's your turn. Come on out. Can you talk? None of the guests.
Nobody want to talk?
Hello.
Oh, hey,
Hi.
somebody want to talk
Hi,
to me.
everyone.
Finally.
Yeah, we want to hear some different voices in here.
Word. How you
Ask
doing?
your question.
I have so many questions, but I'll start with this one. Do you spend money on marketing outside of Airbnb? Like, are you marketing on your own? Or are you just relying on them to show your property?
That's
Right now, that's a great question. Currently, right now, I'm not spending any money. Uh, Social media. I have it on 3 different platforms. It's on Airbnb, it's on Booking.com, and it's on Verbo.
And are you getting enough bookings with just those 3 platforms? Like, are you
Um,
booked? What's your average occupancy per month? Like, are you booked? How many days out of a 30-day month do you think you're booked?
so right now, so when we first started the lease, it was in a slow season. These are really good question. I started the lease in the slow season, which is February. We still kind of in the slow season, and that's where the market research came in, because you have low seasons, then you got seasons that are like, all right, like halfway there, and then you got high seasons. Right now, we're at the beginning of the year, still in the first quarter, so it's kind of slow. It's gonna pick up after March. Like I said, May, I already got paid for May. I already made way past my rent for May, just because of the graduation time that's coming up. And when football season come around, those are some big weekends. So as far as occupancy for the first month of February, I was at 50% occupancy.
Mhm.
This month I didn't do my profit loss yet, but I'm somewhere around, I'm probably at 60% occupancy. Um, but I try and get bookings, and I try not to, leave days empty on the calendar. That's one of the main things. So, pricing comes into that, as well as marketing. I know you're thinking marketing as far as, getting eyes on it, but pricing comes into play as well too, because if you have other people in the area that have the same type of inventory that you have, uh and you're, I guess, like, you're booking at a night, like, let's just call it $100 a night, and I have the same spot, and I decide to lower my price to $60, I'm gonna get booked up before you. So pricing comes into it as well too. Well, it's possible that I get booked up before you. That's not a guarantee. Did I answer your question?
Is Chin here?
Yeah, he should still be.
Ken had a good answer with that.
Yeah, I'm here.
Dana, did I answer your question? No, I guess you have to mute.
I know Chin.
What's up, Jay?
Remember what you added on about that as far as occupancies? What was your answer to stuff like that as far as being 100% booked or 70% booked? Like what do you say about that? Is like that's something big that you should be worried about, or are there other factors that play into that?
Yeah, I don't focus on occupancy rate anymore, only
Right.
because I've seen that, for example, and Sam's rent is $22,000. Let's say it's at the max at 24. In 3 days, he made 3,700. 3 days out of 31 days is like 3% occupied, 10% occupied. So what's more important, your occupancy rate or your profit?
Yeah.
So I just focus on net profit because the occupant, I've been 100% occupied and broke even. I've been 50% occupied and it paid all my expenses. So the only thing that matters to me in this business is net income. The occupancy rate is just a number that shows how many days you were booked up, but it doesn't show you what's more important, your bottom line. So your nightly rate, the ADR, your occupancy rate, it's just one of those metrics. But the only thing that matters, the only thing I could pay my bills with is that net profit.
There you go. That's what yes, that part. So
Yep.
that's important because that's what I know. Like the occupancy rate isn't always the key factor, right? It's more to it. Good question. All right. Oh, she also want to know what made you choose this particular property. I guess you kind of
Yeah, it was the market research, and Athens is trending upwards as far as short-term rentals.
cool.
So
All right. Renee wants to know how many days did it take to furnish, once everything was delivered and received?
so that's great. So it really took 7 days, but I just wanted to take an extra day. Myself and my team members, we took an extra day, but it really took us 7 days. It probably would have taken us less than 7 days, only because, again, I was in the same area as JC. We had the same problems. New build area, UPS and Amazon didn't know where we were. Sorry, UPS and the post office didn't know where we were. But the funny thing is, Chin was on his way to the post office. He's calling me, and I'm on my way to UPS, and I was trying to call him, and he ended up taking all of my packages, and then we spoke to this guy at UPS, and he was so very nice to us. What he did was he emptied out a whole truck, put all of our stuff on there, and sent it to us. And he did that for us 2 days in a row. And then the third day, he had a truck, but he didn't have a driver. And Chin was missing a lot of things that day. And I went and I picked up all of Chin's stuff in the pickup truck. And that was a great call because I was like, yo, what should we get? A rental? And he was just like, yeah, you might want to get a pickup truck. So we both got the same pickup truck, and I was able to get all his things. So yeah, our setup happened inside of just 7 days. 7 days it took.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Do you own this? Did you buy this house? Do you own it out?
Oh, no, I didn't buy this house. The person who's building these houses that you see, he's not selling any of them. And I believe, Chen, you could correct me if I'm wrong. I think he's building like 22 of them, or maybe less. Is it 22? I don't know. Chen will let y'all know how much it is, but I think he's building quite a few houses over there, but he's not selling. So
So
he's only
how is it that you can do this? I don't get it. Maybe some other people are confused too. So how are you putting a property on Airbnb and you don't even own it?
So we had to negotiate a lease with the owner. So basically we're renting out the property, and we Chinadu negotiated the rental price, and we had Chinadu negotiate a rental price where we could make cash flow, and he also negotiated the terms. And the dope thing about the negotiation process is I was able to see the two options that Chinadu gave the owner to choose from as well. And it was all done through, so funny, Joe. I'm looking at Joe and I'm thinking to myself, last year Joe threw me into a negotiation with the guy from that had the reverse mortgage. But yeah, we had to negotiate, and it was done through I guess like email or whatever. And he he chose the one that he preferred, which was first month half off, second month free, and then you get the rent for $2,000 till August, where we can make some money, and then after that we have a 2-year lease. And one of the things that we let these people know is that we will be your best tenant. After us, you probably don't want to have another tenant because we'll keep re-signing with you. And hopefully get more properties, because it's easier to deal with one tenant who has 10 properties than to deal with 10 tenants that has 10 different properties. So
hold on. So the rent is lower in the beginning and then it raises, or am I mistaken?
yeah, it's lower in the beginning
But
until
that's, what's so good about that? That gives you time to establish yourself
yes.
on the webs. That's where, that's where when I did mine,
Mhm.
I wish Chin had a workshop back when I started mine, because that's where it's that beginning stages to establish yourself, to get up to the rents that you're looking for, or the income that you're looking for.
Mhm.
That's one of the things I didn't have. That's one of the I would say mistakes, or one of the difficult things I had to deal with when I was doing my STR for the first time. So that's dope. That's dope. Back to you.
Cool. All right. So I hope everybody, I don't know if people caught that.
I don't know if they did. I know I did.
Listen, I'll put it to you this way. Chin set it up.
The
Chin's
way is crazy, because you really need that. I mean, I don't mean to keep talking, but it's like, yo, when you starting off, if you're able to negotiate a lower rent in the beginning, because you need time to establish yourself as a short-term rental person on the websites and all that, people get used to
Yeah.
you, and then you become the super host, then you could charge top dollar. Yo, it
Right.
took me a year to get to super host, and then
I'm
I was able
already
to,
at guest favorite, bro.
bro, it took me a while, because in the beginning you're like trying to figure out the market. The market's getting used to you. It's crazy. So
Yeah,
just the fact that he implemented that strategy, I'm listening, I'm like, wait, what? So
Yeah.
just the fact that he implemented that strategy just goes to show, right, the skills that you could learn to get shortcuts. It took me a year. It took him a month to get to top dollar using that strategy. So shortcuts is what happens with free rent. Look at that. It's crazy. I'm
check
out. Let me
this,
let me
check,
get. I'm
check this
good, bro.
out
I'm going
though.
on.
Chin, so while I was down there, I realized, and talking with Chin, because we had one of the nights down there, we had dinner or whatever, talking with him. I realized that the time that he set up the STR workshop, which was in October, by the way, he did that so whoever picks up, like whoever wants to pick up and start their STR, you're walking right into slow season, and then you gradually increase. And that was dope, because that's probably the best time to get a STR, depending on which market it is, because every market is deep. Their high and low seasons are different. So that's a nugget I'll give you guys. If you guys are gonna get an STR, make sure you find out what their high and low seasons are, because I think entering a market in low season, the startup cost could be lower. And you could always kind of negotiate that lease payment down as well too. And that could take you exactly where it is that you want to go.
Yeah, that's important. And that's what I'm saying. Those are little nuggets that you pick up that most people don't know and
Yeah, that's pretty
understand.
cool.
Now you're not stressed on, oh my God, I gotta pay the rent. I gotta pay my lease this month, right? Because you're the tenant. Like in essence,
Yeah.
tenant. You're renting this property from a landlord who is the developer in the area, and you just subleasing. So you're taking a property and then leasing it out to other people. But at the end of the day, you got to pay that rent every single month. So if you
Yes, sir.
negotiate at the beginning, that takes less pressure off of you the first 2 or 3 months to get acclimated with the systems, to be so that they know who you are, the guests. Because think about it, most guests, when they're on these sites, typically it's the women, right? Getting a property for the family, they're doing it. Wait, well, this person's new. I'm not booking at this one, right? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They're looking at all this stuff. And as we would too, when you're first getting on the book, this stuff. So that's a good key, because now you might have to put your prices a little bit lower just to get the bookings going. And then once they go there, oh my God, it's a nice property. Da, da, da. Then by the time it's the busy season, you've been acclimated with the system, your hits going up, you'll probably hit the super host, and then you can start charging top dollar. So that's a great strategy. And I'll just put that out there because I hope people picked it up, but it might have went over.
Yeah, dope strategy, man. Dope, man. Chin was on it. Chin was on it, man.
Cool. All right. Let's keep going. We got a minute left. Jackie wants to know, did you buy your furniture locally?
Listen, Jackie, leave me alone, all right? We already spoke for 2 hours. You know everything.
Oh,
Now, what was the question again?
was it furnished locally? Like,
Oh, okay. Nah, not so most of the stuff I got on Amazon, and then yeah, I did run to like Walmart and what's the other place? Marshalls and Home Depot. I ran to a couple of different places to get a few things. I had to run to they got this great fan store with the University of Georgia, like all their paraphernalia and stuff. I had to go there to get some of that stuff. I went into like Ross to get some of the paintings that they had in there. You know, some of that stuff we didn't um order online, so they shipped it to us because some of the stuff that we did order, we had to send them back because they were broken. So we kind of figured, you know, this is our first one, so we'll work out the bugs also. So I think now we know for next year the stuff that we could get online and then the stuff that we get like when we get on site. And you know, I guess, you know, as part of your planning, you could look up what they have in the area to see, you know, what stores you're gonna need to go to.
all right,
Hopefully.
it's 4:30, man. What y'all want to do? It's
I
still like
want I
3:30.
like respecting people time, but if y'all want to keep going, I could still
Um,
answer some more questions.
So this is what we could do. This is what I'll do. Maybe we'll close up because people might gotta go and do their thing, right? Like you said, respect their time. We could do a bonus round, right? So for those who want to stick around, we can keep going, answer the rest of the questions. But we'll close it off. So hold on.
Yeah.
Joe, do you got the slide?
You know, I don't have it open. I was
Oh,
hoping you did. Because I got the message from Ron. And I was like,
I was
wait,
talking and answering the questions. I do not have.
hold on. I'll pull it up. I gotta bring my thing in.
All right, I got it. Yeah.
You got it?
Yep.
Ah,
So while I do that, everyone, congratulations. Give yourselves a round of applause for hanging out with us. We hope that you picked up some nuggets and gems. Was beneficial for you, and you didn't have to be here. You spent your time with us. We just want to make sure that we did a good job by giving y'all some valuable information. And the short-term rental space is huge. The guy Chinadu that everybody keeps on talking about is actually going to do another workshop at the end of this month. I'm not sure if it's in these slides, but we'll see. So we're part of a community, as he mentioned, We do different types of trainings on a daily basis, how to find the leads, how to analyze properties. We got study groups. We got daily stuff that we do all the time, property tours, workshops, all of this stuff to show people essentially how to get yourselves to the closing table. That's our goal here, right? We got 10 different learning tracks for multifamily, fix and flips, short-term rentals, buy and hold, commercial even, storage units, strip malls, whatever strategy you want to learn, wholesaling, discount buying, whether you want to do seller finance notes, tax liens, any strategy you pretty much want to do in real estate. We have, if you want to go to high level, 1031 exchanges, cost segregation. We have trainings that teach you all of this stuff, auctions, short sales, foreclosures, whatever it is, we can help you with that. If you want to learn more about what we're doing, number one, get with whoever invited you. They can give you some more information about what we do, walk you through the process. Make sure you hit them up and say, hey, you know, I want to learn more. We will do a full introduction on Tuesday with our guy, Jerry, out in Michigan. But it'll be on Zoom Tuesday at 7 p.m. You're more than welcome to join us. We show people how to get out of debt. So if you want to learn some very, very cool debt elimination strategies without making double payments, we're going to do that on Wednesday. And then Saturday, and well, this isn't right, this is Sunday. So Saturday and Sunday is when Chinadu will be doing that next training for you. And you can kind of hang out with that. There is an investment into that. It is not your free 99. It's $4.99. So if you want to get on that training, get whoever invited you. We'll even throw in the recording from the one that he did on the 15th, but that's a 2-day training. He's going to do gems. He's already got multiple results. His goal is to get 5 people making 20 grand outside of their normal situation at their jobs. So if you want to be a part of that, get whoever invited you and get a ticket. And he's got some bonuses. He's doing 3 one-on-one sessions. He's also giving you a complimentary ticket worth about $1,700 to this huge STR conference in July. So he's giving that away on top of being on his training, that 2-day training. So if anyone's interested, want more information on that, get whoever invited you, and you can just take a screenshot of that. So if you gotta go, appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out. For those who want to stay, we're going to continue and do a bonus round and keep on answering the questions that we have available. So let's get into it. That's our commercial break, as Joe likes to call it. So next question. Who is it? Oh, Alexis. I want Alexis to talk. She's been asking some good questions. Alexis, can you talk?
I can.
There she is. We got her now. All right. So ask your question in regards to financing and OPM. The floor is yours.
Oh, well, you guys have pretty much answered what my question was. You said that you had basically used your money, and I was just basically wondering what was your acquisition strategy on how did you get a new construction? Because it looked like new construction.
It is.
It is a new construction.
Oh, okay. So what was the acquisition strategy to actually acquire it?
Oh,
My sister's in here too. Lauren is my sister, and she was also saying stuff. She's in here too.
That's cool. So actually, you know what, Chinadu, can you, because he's the one who actually.
Yeah, Chinadu could explain that to you.
Okay, great.
So the question is, how did we get these new construction properties?
Yes.
How the heck do you get new construction properties to use for short-term rentals without buying it? Yes, let's get into that.
I'm going to water down this answer a lot just for time purposes.
Okay, that's cool.
But essentially, like we mentioned, same as a tenant. So the person who built these new constructions, he had it on Zillow for rent. So I reached out, I pitched a business model, I shared them the benefits of why go with us as a business over a regular tenant. And, you know, after going back and forth a little bit, he chose us as tenants, and we got to lease these new construction properties as tenants rather than purchasing it. So we're tenants, literally. We're just renting from him. We're the best renters in the world.
Oh, got you. Okay. So is that like is that what you would consider like a creative financing pitch that you presented to him in order to acquire it? It was there some type of um, like how was uh, what were the options that you actually like provided?
Alexis wants she wants the gems, boy. Come
Uh,
on, Alexis. Let's
Yeah.
go.
I wouldn't say creative financing because he's not financing it to us. We're
Right,
not
he's just
purchasing
renting.
it. Yeah,
Correct.
he's just renting it. So, we're literally just renters. I told him like, hey, we'll stay for 24 months or longer. We'll take care of the house. And, I pitched him the whole business model, how we're going to do it, how it's in his benefit. And he saw a lot of value in it, just like a lot of landlords who see value in it. And yeah, now we're in the game. Now we're in the
Okay.
game, simplest process. Didn't have to put any money down. I think I negotiated for Sam to put down like $500 one-time fee, no security deposit. And literally, we were in the game.
Oh, okay, okay. So yeah, that's pretty much like kind of what I wanted to know because I really wanted to kind of get in to short-term rentals to start off. Either that or wholesaling is like what I'd like to like try to start with. So that's why I was really interested because I like to decorate. That's like one of my things is like decorating home decor and stuff like that. So I really would like to, do my own thing with that. But that's why I was kind of wondering because I'm coming into this with none of my own money. I'd like to use OPM or some other type of technique. So that's why I was wondering, like, what would you suggest would be the best way to come in that situation?
I can answer that
Nice.
for you. I
Go
can
ahead,
answer
Sam.
that for you real quick. One, you're gonna want to learn about business credit, and you could do that at Chin's workshop next Saturday. I had to plug my man, but you are the best. That's the way I should have did it. Real talk. I should have. We should have did the business credit. However, I was on a fast track with Chin. So I went with, all right, team, let's put our money together. If let's just say this was back in July or maybe June. If I would have did the workshop, if Chin would have had the workshop in the summertime, I probably would have had the business credit and I wouldn't have had to use any of my money. But at Chin's workshop, if you didn't, hopefully you went to the first one. At the second one,
That's not a match.
he's definitely going to have someone there specifically talking about business credit and how you can acquire the business credit so that you can get started the just like I did in JC.
And I could add on to that, right? So you don't necessarily need business credit either. I'm going to give you another hint, right? Be a part of a community, connect with people who are doing what you want to do, right? Inside of our community, another thing you do, partner up, right?
Yeah.
Connect with other people within our community who may even be private money lenders, right? You might not necessarily need business credit, right? You could even use personal credit, right? One thing we call it is GID, get it done money, right? It doesn't matter, but you just got to be open and creative. Maybe partner up with somebody who does have the money, right? Maybe use personal credit, maybe use a combination, business and personal, right? You could get creative. Sky is the limit. But one thing I must say is, right, if you're looking to do it yourself, very challenging, right? And if you've never done a deal and looking to do it yourself, think about it. If someone comes to you and asks you, hey, let me borrow some money to do this deal, they're going to be looking at you sideways, right? However, if you're with other people and you can show results, right? Oh, I'm connected with them. We are going to do this together, right? I'm partner up with other people. Then that may give people some more credibility. So one thing we definitely believe in is, and that's what you heard Sam also mention earlier, relationships, right? Because relationships is key. That's one of the assets or currencies that most people neglect. So getting around people who are doing it, who can help you lend a hand, will help you. So I highly recommend, if you really want to do this, hop on Chinadu's training at the end of this month, 2-day training. Very powerful. Very powerful. and he's got the results to show how he's actually helping people.
Word. Shout out to JC. I don't know if he's still here, but I think he was here earlier. Yeah, he got it done as well too, man. And not for nothing, everybody else that's on this line, they could get it done the same way.
All right. Thank you, Alexis. Ms. Royalty wants to know, what is your market? Like, who are you trying to go after? Like, basically your target customer.
So, my target audience,
Mhm.
really is families. A lot of people who are driving in because the airport is not close. And thankfully also we have the university right there. So I just finished hosting a church group that was there for the week. They just left yesterday. So it's not really specific to one, group, but with the amount of traveling back and forth, especially for the university, yeah, that's our main audience, the families that are coming in.
I got two questions. How did you fund your furniture?
Oh, my furniture. Yeah, that was my team. I got a business account. We put all the money together in the one business account, and then we just started tracking everything. But everybody deposited their money. We have team meetings, and we planned everything out before we went down there. That was a really great experience too. I had a different experience from JC, only because I was on site. He did his virtual, which was pretty cool too as well. But yeah, funding it is just myself and my team. We just put our money together that we had.
All right. The great James Gavin wants to know, what is the best part about what you do?
Uh, the best part about what I do, I'm not gonna lie to you, is when I have that's why we're doing this. Those aha moments, it's just like I get it now. I see what it is. And we had a lot of that. We've had a lot of that. Just work. And the best thing I could say this year is Chin made it possible so we didn't hit as many potholes as he did when he started out. So I think, yeah, I could say that was probably one of the top tier things that happened. Did I answer your question, James? Is that James from Juice Show? James Gavin?
Of course.
Yo, man,
Only he
James,
would
come
ask
out
the
and
question.
talk, bro. Come and talk to me. Don't leave me up here talking about myself, bro. You're a podcast host. You talking from the chat, bro. Come on.
Only he would ask.
Nah, I know you probably busy. I know you probably busy doing your thing. But I appreciate the love, James.
Abhi, I want you to ask your question, my friend.
Yeah, hey, it's
What's
Abhi.
up, man?
How's
What's
it
going
going?
on, bro? How you
Yeah,
been?
good. How about yourself?
Good, good, good.
Yeah, so my question is so when you're looking at markets for short-term rentals, what are the key factors in those markets that you're looking for before you decide to go in on a short-term rental?
Uh, well, when I started, first I was looking at the revenue for that market. I was looking at the properties that I was making the most revenue. And then I was also looking at what was in that area that was helping that was the I guess generating that revenue as well too. And one of the main key points that I took from the short-term rental courses is especially with Chin was targeting sub-markets instead of targeting the big markets. So for instance, Atlanta would be a big market, and where I am is a sub-market, which is, I'm not gonna say there's no competition, but it's significantly less competition, and the revenue is still great. So, you don't have to fight as much. So I think that would be the main thing is uh I would rather be in a sub-market than in a main market where it's like kind of saturated, like Atlanta, New York, um, LA, things of that nature. I forgot your name, sir, but did I answer your question? Okay. All right, cool. He went on in the chat.
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Okay, all right, no problem. Who else is out there?
Heather, you're up. Can you talk, Heather? Ask it for
So
her.
yes, so
Hi, Heather.
so hi.
How are you?
So since you have a landlord, right? You sublease or you're leasing the apartment.
Mhm.
Do you have to speak to the landlord to make changes on the rental, like painting, removing light fixtures and such, or is
Yes.
that part of the lease? Or you do have to uh get the approval?
Yes. So that's why we had somebody go check the property first because we didn't just sign the lease right away. We had somebody go check it out to make sure everything is good, and then everything that we wanted to get fixed, we had it fixed before we signed the lease. But then when we got there was also some other small minor details that needed to be fixed. So we got in contact with the landlord, and the landlord got in contact with the owner, and um we were able to get everything fixed, like painting, all of that, like the landlord knew about it. Funny story that you should bring that up, Heather. So one thing we learned about real estate investing, and I don't know if Chin knows about this. I know I told him this story, but if you're not a contractor, you probably shouldn't do a lot of work in your property or no work at all. And we made a list for the owner and we gave it to him. And one of the things was in the bathroom, you know that little ring that they have on the walls for the towels?
Yeah.
One of the bathrooms was missing the ring. So remember,
Mm.
I stayed an extra day. We were supposed to leave Sunday. We ended up leaving Monday. The owner came to the property on Monday, and Chin wanted to meet him. He didn't get a chance to meet him. I got a chance to meet him, and we showed him the things that we needed to get fixed. And then he went to Chin and JC's unit to see what they needed as well. So while I'm downstairs and my brother's upstairs, um, I hear banging. And I'm like, okay, I didn't know what it was because I was preoccupied with something else. And then when I come upstairs, I see the owner, like he comes out of the room and he's like sweating. I was like, you okay? He's like, yeah. And then he asks me for like, I think he asked me for paint and he asked me for something else. So your man came and tried to put in the ring towel holder and he punched a hole in the wall in the STR. And he didn't want me to see it. So every time I got close to the room, he kept jumping out to block me. I never saw the hole. So this is me not knowing now. And then my brother, he's like, yo, he punched a hole in the wall. I was like, what you mean? He goes, yo, he punched a hole in the wall. He was trying to fix something and he broke the wall. So now I'm like, oh, that's why he kept coming out the room and he's sweating bullets. And he looks nervous. I'm like, yo, this is his crib. Why he don't care? So now I go back there. He goes, where's the paint at? And I'm like, it's right there. He goes, listen, I messed up, but I'll fix it. Okay? You guys did really great work in here. I love it. He's like, but I messed up. He never let me see what he did. And then I hit Chin. I'm like, yo, Chin, this dude broke a hole in the wall, blah, 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 blah. But again, it just goes to show you like you're dealing with people, and this is what I learned here in this community is real estate investing. Like people get so caught up in the numbers and oh, I'm gonna make money and blah 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 blah, and you forget about you're talking to somebody. There's a human being right in front of you that has something that they're trying to get, and you have something that you're trying to get. And we was able to work it out. And, you know, my handyman team came in there and they fixed it. But yeah, anything that you do need to fix or do, highly recommend that you talk to the landlord who talks to the owner and make sure you're clear on both sides before you do it. Make sure, you know, if you send out an email, you CC some people as well too, just to make sure you're straight. Um, and you know, yeah, build a I honestly think, and this is just some extra information, but I honestly think you should build a rapport with the landlord or the owner too, because they might have other properties. And you being their tenant, having multiple properties, they're only dealing with one person. But if they have to go and rent them out to different people, they're gonna have four different headaches instead of one. I'm not saying that you're gonna be
Right.
epic, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, at least they know you and they know your how you know, work and you know, paying their rent on time and all that. So it's
Just
better.
be the best tenant that you could be.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. No problem.
All right. Miss Royalty.
What up, Kim?
Kim, what's going on? Talk to us if you can.
Yo, my bad, Kim. I should have checked you when we was out there too. I forgot you was there.
All good, all good. I think you answered all my questions though.
You
For
did?
real?
Yeah.
Yo, my
I
bad. Yo,
was
we
like,
definitely could have used some of that furniture you had too, but it was kind of like right at the end. So I didn't even need it. Had I seen that from before, then
yeah,
I definitely would have said, yo, let's swing past. I didn't have to buy
it's
any
all
hangers
good.
though.
It's all good. I got everything sold except for the bed, and I
Okay.
gave that to the Goodwill or
Okay.
Salvation Army. Salvation Army. I donated it, but I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You
Thank you. I
doing your
appreciate it.
thing.
Thank
Double
you.
bugger. But you answered all my questions. I wanted to know why they were going up on a rent in a month.
Oh,
But
so you want to hear something funny about that too? When Chin first gave me the contract, it said it said 2,000, and then it was like, oh, rent goes up after August to 2,400. I'm like, yo, Chin. I'm like, yo, dog, we can't even get a year or two. He was like, chill, gotta do the negotiations. So I like, all right, cool. So then Chin sent me the two options for the negotiation. I thought the second option was pretty cool too. Um, and the landlord chose the first option, which is what we have now, which is um the uh the rent at half off, 1 month free, and then 2,000, because we're well under market value for the rent. I think rent right now, I think the last person who rented something out, Chin, what you said it was like 3,200? Yeah, 3,200. See, we not paying 3,200 in rent. We paying 2,000, and I didn't pay any rent this month because this month was free. So yeah, Chin did great on the negotiation. I can't really say I took any part in that, but I was paying attention to that as well. So, but yeah, he handled his business.
All right. Oh, it's Jackie again. She wants to know, is there a certain pricing strategy that you use?
Yes, we use a pricing platform called Price Labs. And this is not a set it or forget it type of thing. This is something that you have to monitor. Um, it 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 varies. I'll just leave it at that. It varies, and this is something that you gotta. But is very great uh for people who are looking to automate this type of business and move away from the day-to-day operations as your business expands.
Cool. What else? She says she lives in a neighborhood. Dana says she lives in a neighborhood where her neighbors hate STR. How do you deal with unruly neighbors?
Uh, well, right now, I don't think I have to deal with any unruly neighbors because there's really no neighbors there yet. Um, But if whenever I do have challenges, I also any challenges that I do face, I have the one-on-one mentorship that I have with Chinadu as well to help me through that. But for dealing with unruly neighbors, I can't really say. The only thing I would say is stay under the radar. Make sure that you know your guests are not partying in your place, making noise, leaving trash all over the place, and you have a good team in place to combat that, so that neighbors don't even know you're there. You know what? Some things are out of your control, as far as your guests, but putting the rules in place and things of that nature, that should help you as well with the unruly neighbors. I hope I answered your question. If I didn't, let me know, okay?
LaShawn, you got like 20 devices. I'm not sure which one.
You are funny, Jason. Okay, so my question is, were you able to, maybe not you, or was somebody able to stay in the facility or the place, stay in the place, to do a test run to, try all the things in the unit, making sure they work, and also how would it be to stay there, for your guests before the first booking?
So, LaShawn, that's a wonderful question. LaShawn, not only did I break that chair, but I actually got to stay in the STR for one night. They did my own STR, and I slept on the couch. And I have to tell you, that is one comfortable couch, man. That is one comfortable couch from Amazon. I ain't know Amazon could make a couch like that. So, yeah, got to do a little test run in there, test it out the fridge. I ain't really test out the microwave, but I didn't get any complaint from any guests as of yet, except for yesterday. I don't know if I'll probably talk about that tomorrow morning on the morning show because last night's guest was kind of rude and I was annoyed. But I didn't really have to deal with her that much, so it's all good. It was for one night. But yeah.
Cool. Is she here? Yes, she is. Yolanda. I like this question.
Well, come on, Yolanda. Come on now. Come talk to me.
Okay.
There she is, I think. No?
That's Yolanda. Did you hit
Correct.
mute and then mute
Yes,
again?
it's me.
There
Hello.
she is.
Hi,
Okay.
Yolanda. We can hear you.
Hey. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, somebody had answered it. I think Chinadu answered it in the chat, but I was
Oh,
wondering
okay.
if you had talked to more than one landlord and just to get an idea of how many landlords you have to go through in order for somebody to actually like the ideal enough to give you that opportunity.
Very
Okay.
good question. Great question. Love it.
That's a great question. I'm gonna be extremely honest with you right now. I wasn't calling any landlords. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I didn't call not one landlord. Chinadu has a team. They were calling landlords. And they called a lot of landlords and only about 2 answered. So I'm gonna be calling landlords as well too because I'm planning on getting more. But it's hit or miss with these landlords, but you just got to keep trying, keep following up, keep trying. One thing I learned on this deal while I was down there with Chin, squeaky wheel gets to that mechanic, baby. The squeaky wheel is always gonna make it to the mechanic. I'm past that point of, oh, I'm not trying to bother you. Yeah, I'm trying to bother you. Let's get this done. Let's go to work. You got a challenge. I got a solution. Let's make this happen.
Cool. Oh, Heather had one more question.
Okay.
She was, no, I'm sorry. Sorry. I skipped Jackie. You know what?
Jackie better leave me alone.
Yeah.
Yo, let me tell you something right now. Jackie is, she's doing this on purpose. She's trying to jump. She's trying to jump you right now. But it's all right.
Jackie, come on out. You want to be?
No, I'm Sam, trust me.
She's looking to get hers done, man. She's looking to get her deal done.
I know. I know. Yo, Jay, we was on the phone the other day for like 3 hours,
Would
bro.
you stop telling tales? Come on now, Sam.
We did this whole practice run, and now she's reading the same questions from the meeting the other night that I had with her again right now. I'm like, yo, why are you bothering me for, girl? Nah, it's all good. Go ahead, Jackie. We gonna help the people.
Oh no. Damn, what did when you screening your guests, right? The people that booking through VRBO, booking.com, Airbnb, how you doing that? Like what exactly are you using?
So that's a great question. So when a guest, they instantly book with me, but then some guests they can't instantly book because they don't have a profile, an online presence. And right there, I'm questioning the booking right away. And then you have people with poor reviews. You don't want to take those. You have people with no reviews. I had one lady that just kept messaging me about the property. She had no profile picture. She didn't have any type of reviews whatsoever. So then somebody from my team reached out to her to ask her, just tell us a little bit about yourself and just let us know why you're visiting. And she never responded. So I guess that person went away. But that's basically how I'm screening my guests through the reviews that each platform has for the guests.
Okay. Heather want to know, are you putting cameras outside to, monitor the guest behavior?
No, Heather, I'm not supervising guests. I just have two cameras, one at the front entrance and one at the rear entrance to see who's coming and going. I have a digital lock, that there's a code for the door. And I think I know what you mean by behavior. So I do have a noise monitor that's inside of the property that is not only for noise, but also to detect marijuana or any type of smoking in the property whatsoever. And last Saturday was the first time the noise monitor went off because the guests that I had in there called me saying that the house was on fire. But what happened really was the noise monitor was going off and she didn't know it was the noise monitor. So she thought the house was on fire. I asked her if she smelled smoke. She said no. And then the noise monitor went off. And I also set it up so that it alerts her that she's making too much noise. But listen, I didn't bother her only because it was way before quiet hours. They was having a birthday thing. So I didn't, hit her up to be like, oh, you're making too much noise. And it's a college town. So it was before 10 p.m., I believe. So I didn't really say much. So I just told her, don't worry about it. And by the time I tried to tell her, look, it's a noise monitor, so she doesn't have to call back, she already hung up the phone. So it was just like, all right, whatever.
Cool. And I think we're at the end. And it is it Nye?
Yeah.
I'm asking you to come off from mute. Come on and ask. I think you asked one of the.
No, Nye or Naya.
Yes, it's Nye. Hi, everyone.
Hey,
Naya,
Nye.
how are you? What's your question? You
Uh-oh, she disappeared.
oh, she don't want to. I don't
Okay,
think
there
she.
we go. There we go.
There she
It
is.
did
You
Okay.
got
not
it.
allow me to unmute.
You
But
got
my
it.
question is, what is some advice that you all have for someone who is trying to get into the Airbnb industry as a graduating college student?
As a graduating college student that's trying to get into the Airbnb business, first off, congratulations. First off, yeah, congratulations. If you graduate in college, that's a big deal. I would say, after graduation, it's back to school again as far as it's gonna be. I'm sorry, Nye. I know you graduating, but listen, you want to take some time off and enjoy yourself before you get back to school, because it's gonna be back, but it's gonna be a different type of school. I promise you this. There's no admin as far as professors, no grading like that. It's just us right here.
Yeah.
Um, you know what I'm saying? It's just us right here. The only thing we gonna do is hold you accountable. We're not gonna grade you. We're not gonna judge you. We're gonna help you. And Chen, not for nothing, if you really want to take off, next weekend, Chen is doing part two. I don't know if you did part one of the workshop, but Chen is about to do part two, and that's how I did it. That's how I got started last year. I did the workshop in October of last year, and we in March. You know, this could easily be you, and anybody else on here is just jumping on the workshop, and being part of being around people like this, because I don't think that if everybody here was a mechanic and they was talking about cars, I would have been left. I'm out of here. But everybody here is doing some type of real estate investing or real estate strategy that that they prefer or that they've mastered. So I would say back to school, baby. Get the education and get plugged in. Get plugged in right here, because I was on the out. So yeah, you're welcome, Nah. Appreciate it.
We got you, Nine. Nine, we know you more than likely probably just found us today or what have you, but if you do that part two he talked about, you get the recording from part one. So the recording is definitely available. And just to give everyone on here just an understanding, right? If y'all thought this was beneficial for you, I could look, I tell you, Chinadu goes deep into giving information. The one that he did in October that Sam keeps talking about, right? We got the training going, and when we spoke to Chinadu about it, he's like, oh, it's just gonna be a quick little 2-hour training. So me and my boy Ron and Joe, we all looked at each other, was like, yeah, he has no idea. By the time he was done, 6 hours. He did a full 6-hour training. I'm not talking about taking breaks or nothing. 6 hours on that training, right? So then he's like, well, I did it one time. I got this. I know what I'm doing now. So just, what was it, last week or the week before? Matter of fact, last weekend, the 15th, right?
Yep.
He said, oh, well, this one is only going, all right, I know I'm probably getting more questions this time. I got it. Maybe 3 hours. Another 6 hours. He did another 6-hour training, right? Because he just gives so much. He goes into detail, into depth, telling you everything. He wants to make sure that no one's getting left behind, right? So he is definitely here to help. We are definitely here to help and give you detailed information so that you get into your deal. And again, Sam and JC, who's out in Hawaii, y'all, never even been to the property. So we contrasted. JC showed how he got into his from away in Hawaii, and Sam was there live on the set. So two totally different ways to do it, but you have the ability to do both, and Chin was there to help both of them. So he's definitely helping people, no question about it. And he definitely has the time and willingness and want and desire to help more people do it. So again, this time we finally, I think he's the young guys, right? They think they know it all, right? But I think he's finally gonna take our word for it. And that's why we convinced him to do 2 days this time, right? So he might do 3 hours, he might do 4 hours one day and 4 the next, but at a minimum, he's probably gonna do 3 hours each day. So that's my advice to you now. Give whoever invited you, and maybe they have a different plan for you, but we definitely got stuff to help.
Also, Nye, before you go, if you're still here, Chinadu also does provide one-on-one mentorship. Been great with that, because I've been meeting weekly with my team members, but Chinadu as well has provided me mentorship. He didn't just, oh yeah, start your SDR. All right, you got it up, you good. Like, no, he's rocking with me and answering my questions, been there. And that guy right there did the same thing for me last year. Joey Styles and Jason, like they like, all right, we up till 3 in the morning. We're gonna go over these numbers. We're gonna take an hour nap and we're gonna wake up and do it again. Like, that's what we had to do. But the support, we're not just gonna tell you go to a 6-hour training and then not help you. Like, we're gonna hold you down. We'll be here to support you as well.
So yeah, I say give whoever invited you. They can give you whatever you need. Give whoever invited you. I'm pretty sure they can help you. All right. I'm gonna stop the record. I didn't realize. Joe, you didn't tell me to stop recording, bro.
Because you didn't have to. This is good too. It's good stuff.